Guys, gonna do something a little different today. I'm doing a little screen share here. I was gonna talk about kind of what I do, and hopefully it'll translate into something helpful for y'all. So I generally prescribe to the idea of calories in, calories out. And I know there's definitely more niche ideas when it comes to diets, and to each their own, you know. And so what we have here is the app that I use to count my calories. And so let's get into it. So as you see here, this is the LifeSum app. I have a Samsung, and so through Samsung they have a partnership with LifeSum in their health app, and so I use this app because it seems to be the most compatible with my phone and my tab and my ecosystem, my electronic ecosystem. But you got MyFitnessPal. I know a lot of people who use that one. I mean, there's hundreds on whatever store you use. Where that's the App Store through Apple, Google Play. If you want to get into this, just type in calorie counting app, and there'll be a whole list. And they all generally have the same idea. Some are a little bit more intuitive than others. Some have a bigger library of barcode scanners than others. The LifeSum has, from what I found, probably it's close to the largest. It may be second largest to MyFitnessPal for scan barcode scanning products that's already in the library. And what I mean is, like, so you could use this app to like scan the barcode on the food that you're buying, and it'll automatically put the calories and the macros and the micronutrients in the app for you automatically. So if you can find an app that does that, that probably saves you like 90% of the work in counting your calories. So this was Thursday. And you see pea protein with egg whites. And then for lunch, I had olive oil mayo, cheese, veggie straws, whole wheat bread, and veggie burgers. And you see it breaks it down to how much protein was in that meal. This one also introduces like the amount of calories you burn in a day. And so that gets me into the next idea I want to talk about. I'm trying to keep this video tight, but this is a huge subject. So again, calories in, calories out. I went to a website that did the calculations for me. It uses math figure up how many calories you burn estimated on your height and your current weight and your activity levels. And so this one rounded up to, I typically burn 1,700 calories at rest. So the idea is, if I were to lay in bed all day, not do anything, my body's still going to burn calories. It burns calories to survive. Your heart pumps blood, your muscles contract with movement. Your organs are working, without you being conscious of it. So your body's burning calories without you knowing about it. So mine was 1,700. And again, this is not exact. This is not down to the exact number. This is a rough generalization. It's a rough math equation. So it just gives you an idea of how many calories you burn in a day. And then on top of that number, you would put in the amount of calories you burn through physical activity. And so typically how that's calculated is through the amount of steps you take, any exercise you do in that day. It's really great if you have a fitness tracker, activity watch, a pedometer of some type. All these things can help you calculate the amount of calories you burn in a day. I feel like most people have an Apple Watch, Samsung watches, Fitbits. We all know there's an oversaturation of calorie counters that sit on your wrist. So you get you one of those. You don't have to, but it definitely helps you get a better idea of the amount of calories you burn in a day. So let's see. As you can see in this day right here, like it again. So what it's done for me, it said I've eaten so far 1,118 calories, and I have 1,014 calories left. That was left in that day, and I'd burned 143 calories. And this is not today. This was Thursday, August 12th. And why I pulled this day up is to talk about failure, right? So this was not a good day for me, basically. I didn't do a good job of working with the allotted calories. I did not do a good job of tracking. I did not it wasn't a very active day for me, which Thursdays are typically my day off. So that's probably why there was not a lot of calories burned through physical activity today. My steps, 3,000 steps. So there was definitely not a ton of physical activity for me. But this is the day that was off track for me, right? It really was under the calorie count. So this is not going to be a day where I'm maintaining weight, maintaining muscle, but that's okay because this is a lifestyle. I think we get in our heads and we get stuck in this diet mentality that's been fed to us ever since we were teenagers, that follow the diet, and if you fall off the diet, you're screwed yourself. And that's just not the case, guys. Like, this is a lifestyle, and if you can kind of flip your brain and your mentality on this idea, these really bad past ideas that we've been given through fitness industry and through people trying to sell us bullshit, that if you fall off the plan, your whole weight loss path is ruined, and that's not the case. This is an everyday thing. Just because today didn't go well for me doesn't mean tomorrow won't. And there goes in step with that behavior momentum. I can't allow today's fallbacks to affect my future, which hasn't even happened yet. So always keep that in mind. That's just the idea I'm trying to get across. That this is a lifestyle that we can be a little bit more empathetic with ourselves when it comes to weight loss, weight gain, if you're trying to put on muscle, whatever your goal is. You just have to have empathy for yourself and just know that, like, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So let's see, is there anything else? I'm right at 10 minutes, but I think I'm going to cut it right there. I definitely want to get into this a little more, especially when it comes to the idea of calories in, calories out, and working with the idea that, let's not villainize food. Let's not villainize this idea that there's clean food and unclean food. That was always something I heard growing up in the gym, like, oh, I didn't have a clean meal today, or I'm eating clean for 6 weeks to get ready for a show. That's just, it's not healthy mentality. It's not going to help you. what is going to help you is understanding food is food, and have when you're able to proportion it, you can enjoy a lot of food without feeling like you've fallen off the wagon or failed. Let's see. I think that's about it though.